This story is part of a new collection about the women of the American Revolution. These women were not included in the original book, but their courage, sacrifice, and service to the cause of American independence deserve to be remembered and shared. Women of the American Revolution. Anne Bates, the Loyalist spy inside Washington's camp. In the summer of 1778, a woman carrying thread, needles, combs, knives, and medicines walked into George Washington's camp at White Plains, New York. To the soldiers, she appeared to be an ordinary peddler. She moved among tents, wagons, camp followers, and artillery crews, offering small goods for sale. But she was counting cannon, locating brigades, judging the army's strength, and listening for plans. The name she used was Mrs. Barnes. Her real name was Anne Bates, one of the Revolution's most daring Loyalist spies. Much of Bates's early life remains uncertain. She was probably born around 1748 and worked as a schoolteacher in Philadelphia. She married Joseph Bates, a British soldier who repaired guns and cannon. Through him, and learned enough about artillery to recognize weapons, estimate their importance, and understand what military commanders needed to know. Knowledge that might have looked ordinary inside a military household became the foundation of her secret work. Bates chose the Loyalist side in a conflict that divided communities and families. The Revolution was a war for independence, but it was also a civil war among people who disagreed about government and loyalty and believed her allegiance belonged to the crown. Remembering her does not require sharing that choice. It requires recognizing that intelligence networks operated on both sides and that women risked their lives for opposing causes. British forces occupied Philadelphia from September 1777 until June 1778. During that occupation, Bates came to the attention of John Craig, a civilian connected to General Sir Henry Clinton's intelligence system. Craig trusted her with small, secret assignments and judged her resourceful. A woman who knew military equipment, traveled without appearing threatening, and remembered precise details might pass where a uniformed scout would be stopped. The war shifted when France allied with the United States. British leaders feared a French fleet might trap their army in Philadelphia, so Clinton evacuated the city. On June 18, 1778, British troops began marching toward New York. Joseph Bates went with them, and Anne followed. Within days, she reached British headquarters, where Craig brought her before Major Duncan Drummond, one of Clinton's intelligence officers. Drummond proposed sending her into Washington's army under the harmless appearance of selling necessities. Bates received 5 guineas for a peddler's stock and took the cover name Mrs. Barnes. After only about a day of preparation, she left New York on June 29th. She had to cross contested country, answer questions at checkpoints, maintain her story, and observe without looking like an observer. Bates reached White Plains on July 2nd. Drummond had instructed her to find a disaffected American soldier named Chambers who might provide intelligence. She could not locate him. Rather than abandon the mission, she sold her goods, listened to conversations, noted the artillery, and watched the camp's routines. Her peddler's pack gave her a reason to approach soldiers and camp followers without revealing what she wanted. On the journey back, Bates encountered the danger hidden beneath that ordinary cover. Surviving accounts say American guards arrested and searched her, then held her for a day and a night. They found no proof strong enough to keep her. She returned to British lines and reported what she had seen. The ordeal demonstrated that she could maintain her identity under pressure. On July 29th, Drummond sent her back to White Plains. Again, she tried to find Chambers, only to learn later that he had been killed. For 3 or 4 days, she moved through the camp on her own. She estimated 23,000 troops, described brigade locations, saw wagons carrying wounded men, and counted 119 cannon. Her figures were imperfect, but their range and detail impressed her handlers. Her artillery knowledge made the count useful. A cannon was not simply a cannon. Its position, the weight of its ball, and the wagons and horses around it could reveal how an army expected to fight. Bates later explained that she passed through the army noting the strength and position of brigades and their cannon. She converted ordinary sights into a military picture. Bates even entered the house being used as Washington's headquarters and saw the commander-in-chief. She did not leave with a stolen paper or a dramatic battlefield secret. Espionage was usually less theatrical. Its value lay in assembling fragments: a crowded parade ground, an empty road, a newly arrived gun, a guarded conversation, or the absence of troops expected to be present. American and French leaders were then preparing a joint operation against the British garrison at Newport, Rhode Island. Bates tried to learn whether troops had left White Plains. When she returned to New York on August 6th, she reported that she had not discovered such a detachment. That conclusion was wrong. Continental brigades had already marched east and were nearing Rhode Island. 2 days later, Bates left on a third mission. She reached White Plains on August 12th and listened near headquarters. She heard that hundreds of boats were being prepared for an attack on Long Island and that thousands of troops had moved toward Rhode Island. The camp looked smaller than before. She estimated 16 or 17,000 troops and counted dozens more cannon. She returned to New York on August 19th. Later accounts credited her information with causing Clinton to reinforce Newport and save the British garrison. Bates proudly made that claim when she sought support after the war. The campaign timeline does not bear it out. Clinton had reinforced Newport on July 9th, weeks before her later report, and sent no new force there in August. That correction does not make Bates unimportant. Intelligence can be valuable even when details are mistaken, and it does not decide a campaign. Drummond praised her reporting, and British records show that she was paid for each dangerous journey. She had entered the Continental Army's headquarters camp 3 times and returned with observations professional officers wanted. Her success depended partly on prejudice. Many men assumed women could not understand strategy, artillery, or the meaning of military conversation. A peddler could therefore be visible everywhere and still remain intellectually invisible. Bates exploited that mistake. The same society that restricted women's authority created openings for a patient observer who understood what others thought she could not possibly know. The danger eventually caught up with her. During another mission in September 1778, a deserter from the British 27th Regiment recognized her and identified her as a spy. Bates escaped before she could be taken. After that close call, she stopped entering Washington's headquarters, but British records connect her to other clandestine assignments, including reports on Philadelphia shipping and flour supplies. One later mission took Bates through safe houses with another female operative traveling toward New York. Storms and Patriot patrols forced them to hide for 3 days in a Loyalist cellar near the Hudson. The episode reveals the infrastructure behind espionage. A spy needed guides, shelter, food, money, believable clothing, and people willing to risk punishment by opening a door. By 1780, Joseph Bates had been sent south after the British capture of Charleston and joined him in South Carolina, and appears to have ended her active intelligence work. In March 1781, the couple sailed for England. Like many Loyalists who left America, they entered an uncertain future shaped by exile, lost connections, and dependence on a government that did not always reward service quickly. Joseph later abandoned her, and Anne fell into financial difficulty. In 1785, she petitioned the British government for assistance based on her service. Drummond supported her, saying her claims were true and her information superior to other reports. She eventually received a small pension. Her story survives partly because secrecy concealed her during the war, while poverty compelled her to describe her work afterward. No verified portrait of and Bates is known, and her final years remain uncertain. Her record is scattered through intelligence memoranda, expense entries, later claims, and her handler's reports. Those fragments reveal neither an imaginary super spy nor an insignificant camp follower. They reveal a capable loyalist agent who observed carefully, remembered numbers, adapted when plans failed, and accepted the possibility of imprisonment or death. And Bates mattered because she turned underestimation into access. She crossed military lines with a peddler's pack, read an army through its brigades and cannon, and carried her observations to British headquarters. Her information did not single-handedly save Newport, and careful history should not claim that it did. Her real achievement is strong enough. In a war sustained by information, a Philadelphia schoolteacher entered Washington's camp and showed how dangerous an overlooked woman could be.